introduce yourself?
My name is Azur Mirza, father of Humza Mirza.
Okay. Okay, so the topic I'm going to be interviewing on today is fighting in professional hockey.
Okay.
Okay, so initially, what are your thoughts on fighting in professional hockey?
Um, I think fighting has a place and is part of the game. You cannot have one without the other. It seems like it's a very aggressive game. I'm not a big fan of the fighting, but it draws people to the game too. People come out there to watch hockey and a fight breaks out. So that's just a nature of the game.
Okay, so that leads to my next question. So, do you yourself support the aspect of fighting in professional hockey?
No, I don't support
You
the
don't
offer.
support it.
No,
Okay.
I don't.
So, do you know what an enforcer is in the NHL?
And forces someone that goes out to initiate a fight.
Okay, so do you think that enforcers are necessary in professional hockey?
I think they had their place before in hockey. In the 80s and 90s, you saw them a lot more. You don't see them as much, it seems like, as now because it's turned more into a finesse game, a faster game. You see the the league trying to protect the players. They're calling them on much much tighter plays than they used to. You know, they can't get away with what they used to get away with before.
Okay, so you would say that because of new rules and like as you say, like softer rules, that there's less of an opportunity for enforcers to kind of like have an impact on the game.
I think there's, but hasn't ruled it out completely. Obviously, we still see a lot of fights, but it's not like the way it used to be.
Okay.
You don't see brawls like you. It's not as common as it used to be.
Okay. So do you think that certain more like finesse players who aren't as physical, like an example of Wayne Gretzky, do you think they owe their success or prolonged careers, for example, to enforcers that protected them?
Maybe to a degree because they knew that if they touched him, um, that they were gonna come after him in the next play. Next time that person's out, then the enforcer would be out to go after him. But I also think that a person like Gretzky was protected by the league because he's the one that brought the fans in to the arenas. So people would come to watch him, and if the league would say, there's no Gretzky, and all of a sudden you wouldn't have a sellout crowd like you normally you would.
Okay.
So back then, I think he was protected by the enforcers, but as well with the by the league as well.
Okay, so you'd say it wasn't only enforcers; it was kind of like the broadcasting aspect as well that played a part
Broadcast, no,
because they obviously like, it was televised and the ticket sales and all that. So you're saying that it's not only the enforcers, but like the consumer who wanted to pay for the ticket, they would want to see a star.
yeah,
So the
yeah,
league
they'd want to
protected
see
them in that
stars,
sense. Okay.
but but those the same people would probably want to see a fight at the same time.
Okay. Yeah. So, one of my last few questions. Do you think that the NHL, for example, as a professional hockey organization, is doing enough when it comes to dealing with fighting and player safety?
I don't think they're doing enough. I think they're doing in small increments slowly. Because if they're to rule it out completely right away, then I think it would take an aspect of the game out that people watch it for. People want to see that aggressive playing. I mean, hockey is a very aggressive sport. It's a very fast sport, very aggressive sport. Um, so you're always going to get that, no matter what.
Okay, so do you also think that the role of sponsorships and TV deals in the NHL might cause them to not take action as quickly as they should? Because a study by The Atlantic in 2012 stated that once fighting was doubled, the viewership uh, on TVs was up about 22%. So like as fighting increases, ratings increase. So do you think because at the end of the day, the NHL is a business? So do you think because of the money aspect, they're not really uh, as quick to act on certain acts
Yeah,
of violence in the NHL?
no, for sure. They
Okay.
know that everybody goes to watch hockey. People go there to watch a fight, and a hockey game breaks out, right? So,
Okay.
but it's like I said, it's the nature of the game, and it's been going on from since the beginning. So to take that portion of it out is very difficult.
Okay. And my last question: do you think fighting in the NHL or professional hockey in general should be banned?
I think it should be banned, but I don't think it will ever be banned because it's part of the game. It's like I said, it's a very aggressive sport. So to have people going at that speed, hitting each other, um, it's gonna bring out the aggression in anybody. So just the nature of the type of people that play this sport are very aggressive, very big, very strong, very fast people, and they're very competitive. So it's gonna happen no matter what. I mean, you can control it by suspensions and fines, but it's never gonna be just totally out of the game. It's impossible. I think. I think everybody still looks forward to see if there's gonna be a fight.
Okay. Well, that's all my questions. So yeah, thanks.
No problem.